I rise today in support of H-Con Res 266, expressing the sense of Congress accorded observer status in the International Civil Aviation Organization, the ICAO. As co-chairman of the Congressional Taiwan Caucus, I have seen firsthand the amazing progress that Taiwan has made in its economic and political development. Throughout the 1970s and 80s, Taiwan's economy grew by more than an amazing 10% per year and is now the United States' ninth largest overall trading partner, with two-way trade in 2008 valued at $61.6 billion. Taiwan also is the sixth largest destination for U.S. agricultural exports, about $2.5 billion annually. Meanwhile, Taiwan has developed one of the strongest democracies in the region, having had several peaceful democratic transfers of power. I have met their current president, President Ma, who is a well-spoken, Western-educated leader who has worked very hard to reduce tensions between Taiwan and China and concluded an economic cooperation framework agreement with the PRC government recently. All the while, however, Taiwan has been shut out of participating in international organizations like the International Civil Aviation Organization. Founded in 1947, ICAO's goal is to meet the needs of people of the world for safe, regular, efficient, and economical air transport. These goals can only be reached through a cooperative approach that brings together the world's leading economies to share best practices and information. We need look no further than this past Christmas for a reminder of how our aviation security transcends national boundaries and can only be addressed through a cooperative international strategy. Mr. Speaker, Taiwan deserves to be brought into the ICAO as an observer. Over 174,000 international flights travel to and from Taiwan each year, carrying more than 35 million passengers. Their air traffic controllers now provide service to over 1.3 million flights each year. By cargo volume, Taiwan has the eighth largest airport in the world. Yet Taiwan has been excluded from the ICAO since 1971, which has impeded Taiwan's efforts to maintain civil aviation practices that keep up with the rapidly evolving international standards. It is unable even to contact ICAO for an up-to-date information on aviation standards and norms, nor can it receive ICAO's technical assistance in implementing new regulations or participate in ICAO's technical and academic seminars. Despite these impediments, Taiwan has made every effort to comply with ICAO standards, but their continued exclusion from such an important organization is nothing short of absurd. It not only hurts Taiwan, it puts us and the entire world at risk. With such a heavy volume of flights, Taiwan's exclusion has prevented ICAO from developing a truly global strategy to address security threats based on effective international cooperation. And regardless of one's position on a one-China policy, ICAO's own rules allow for non-contracting countries to participate through observer status. With this resolution today, we call upon the world community to grant Taiwan observer status in the ICAO, not only to help Taiwan, but to ensure ICAO can fulfill its own stated mission and address threats to aviation security. We call on the U.S. government to take a leading role in ICAO to assist Taiwan in gaining this status, and look forward to working with our administration officials to track the development of these efforts. Mr. Speaker, enough is truly enough. It is time for the international community to recognize Taiwan as one of the world's leading economies, democracies, and responsible actors. It is a beacon of hope and liberty in a very difficult region, and we should be embracing, not excluding, these peace-loving people at every opportunity. I hope ICAO will be only the beginning of Taiwan's re-entry into the world community, to ICAO, to the World Health Organization, and other international organizations as appropriate. And, Mr. Speaker, I reserve the balance of my